everybody. Welcome to another episode of The Successful Woman's Mindset. My name is Galit Ventura-Rozen, and I am so excited to have with us today the fabulous Angela Giles. She is an amazing business consultant, and we're going to be sharing with you today all about her chapter in the book, The Successful Woman's Mindset, 21 Journeys to Success. So welcome, Angela.
Thank you so much, Galit. I appreciate you having me here today. Yay!
So before we even get started, we're not even going to pretend like we don't know each other. And this is like our first interview together, right, Angela?
No, we met 4 years ago.
Almost 4 years. Yeah. It's been a beautiful journey, and we'll talk about all that in fun as well. But today, more than anything, what I want to share is about you, about your chapter, about being part of this book, and about what you do to help women. So let's go ahead and jump right in. What does the successful woman's mindset phrase mean to you?
Really, truly what it means is you've reached a point in your life as a woman where you feel like you've had some success and you wrapped it up in a pretty bow, and you realize that the successful woman's mindset is really being able to take your whole life, the good, the bad, the ugly, everything in between, and it becomes part of your success. It is something that you learn from. Even the good and the bad and the ugly, you look at all the silver linings and everything, and you take the information and you turn it into a learning experience. And to me, that's really what success is all about. Yes, there's a financial piece of it, but more than anything, it's what's inside your mind. Because when you take that information, you can then use that as you keep going on in your life and impart that to other people in your life and community.
I love the explanation that you just gave from what this means to you. I think more than anything, the part that really stood out for me is the good, the bad, and the ugly, which is kind of a fun way to say it. I think sometimes women especially, we don't recognize the value in some of the things that we've had to go through in our lives. If somebody watching or listening right now is having a hard time, really in one of those places where we've both had an experience many times in our life, Angela, what would you give them as a piece of advice?
Well, the biggest thing I would say, and it's kind of two-part, but is, you know, accept the fact, like, it's all about just surrendering and accepting the fact that you are where you are. You're going through what you're going through. I mean, honestly, for a lot of experiences you go through, you can't necessarily change that experience. It's about changing the way that you view the experience. So allow yourself to sit with it. But here's something my dad always said. He said, and you can take this with a grain of salt, but what he would always say to me is, Angela, you have 20 minutes to sit with it, 20 minutes to like complain about it, 20 minutes to, you know, whatever with it. And then after that, put on your big girl panties. And this is what he would say to me, and, do something about it. So I'm not telling you to put on your big girl panties because it depends on the situation. But what I am saying is allow yourself to surrender, sit with the thing, whatever that thing is, cry, do whatever you need to do. And then step up and figure out, is there one thing you can do to reframe in your mind what you're going through? And one little thing, even if it's something super small, that you can learn from that thing. And then you just do that, line upon line, step by step by step, until someday you'll wake up and it's like, oh, I'm okay with this thing.
I think the key to that is that so many women think that allowing the emotion, allowing the way that they feel, falling apart is a weakness. And the key here is that when you allow it, it has a better chance of not continuing to show up over and over and over again. Because when you ignore stuff like this, man, it has a way of blowing up. It has a way of growing. And please, anybody watching, take the time. Also, try not to make big decisions in that emotion. As Angela said, allow yourself that time and then take the step and then make the action plan. There's so much power in not making big decisions within the emotion. Usually we regret those decisions, don't we?
Amen.
All right, next question. Let's talk about your chapter a little bit. Okay, your chapter is Work Less, Make More. Why this chapter? Why this topic?
Well, I'll tell you why. I grew up on a farm. I was always taught work, 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 work your way to success. What I found is I have a work ethic of a like a horse. Like I work and work and work and work. But what I found is sometimes working more isn't the answer. And you can literally work yourself to the bone and be exhausted. And when you have a family like I do now, um, life start to change for me. If you really want to spend time with your family, which is my number one thing, then I can't work as much as I used to, but I still wanted to make money. And kids grow up and kids are expensive. And wanting to, invest in your business takes money. So I had to learn a way to work less, but make more money. So that's the title of my chapter. I learned how to do this. And so I want to be able to share this knowledge with other women out there.
I love that. And I think it's such a key because we're brought up, go to school, then go to college, then get a job, then work hard, make money so you can buy this, this, and this, and this. And then one day you wake up and you look back and you go, what did I do all that for?
Hmm.
And when you learn to work less and make more, which is something that you specialize in when you're speaking to your clients and working with your clients, there's a key factor there. And I think another thing we should talk about real quick is the how. A lot
Sure.
of people don't know how to do that. And that's where somebody like you comes in, because I'm not going to give away the secrets of your chapter because I want people to read it, but you really speak about the journey that brought you to that
Right.
realization. It
Right.
wasn't like you woke up in your 20s one day and said, I'm going to work less and make more. You had to go through this journey to recognize how important it was to do that, which I love because you take that journey and now you're teaching women, hopefully sooner, right, Angela? You
Right.
want them to learn
Absolutely.
sooner.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. So, I think the biggest thing, and I do talk about this a little bit in my chapter, but what I will tell you is most people look at their currency as money, right? They think my currency is money. Money is the thing that I use to exchange for either experiences, because most experiences, if you want to go on a trip or do things with your family, they cost money. Or they use money to buy products and services to use in their life, right? Their day to day life or in their business to help their family, whatever. Guess what? I look at things different. It's a paradigm shift. It's your time is your currency. When you start using your time as your currency, you start to realize how you are doing things. If you utilize your time more, if you truly look at your time, and I talk about this and I teach my clients this, but I'm just going to share this little tidbit. If you look at your time in a way where you're only spending your time on the most important things to you, and as it relates to your business or your profession, on money making activities, and everything else you outsource to the appropriate people. And there's ways to do that that aren't super expensive. Trust me, I'm the queen of that. Um, it opens up so many doors. You end up working less and you end up making a heck of a lot more money. So you have more time for those experiences in life, which is really important to me. And I know that's really important to you too, Galit.
Yes. And one of the things that a lot of women are challenged with is we don't go to college and always or high school and always learn how to be business owners, how to be
Mhm,
entrepreneurs.
mhm,
And what I've seen in the industry is the online service-based or product-based industry with a lot of women is they have a passion for what they either sell in service or in product, but they don't have the business mind. And by the way, there's nothing wrong with that.
no, of course
But
not.
there's enough people out there like Angela that know how. So anybody listening or watching, I want you to think for a minute. If there's something that you want to do in your business and you're spending all this time on the little stuff and you're wasting your time instead of spending it on the stuff you should that will bring in your income, that's the key, is finding the person that knows how. So I know you have a program, Angela. I think it's called Limitless. I didn't write it down.
So, yes. So what I do is I teach people, especially entrepreneurs, how to put together what we call a limitless business model,
There you go.
right? So you can literally sell and sell and sell and sell, limitless selling, but it's not just you doing the thing, right? Like it's limitless. We help you put that together in a way that works for you, for your life. And if you have extended family or children or whatever that looks like for your life, not everybody has kids, not everybody's married.
That's
We
fine.
make it, yeah, and which is totally 100% fine. I just share that because I'm married with 3 kids.
Yes, we're
Talk
always
about that.
comparing to
Yeah.
ourselves and the life that we've built for ourselves, but there are other people that they would love to spend more time traveling, or they would love to spend more time on their hobbies, or and by the way, it's okay if you want to work yourself 60 hours a week. We don't care. But there's still a process to making more and working less, and that's really what this chapter is about.
Well, and I think too, one of the things that is key that I have found that it for my clients and people that enjoy reading this chapter is these are individuals, and I think all of you are that are listening to this, that you want to make impact. You want to help change the
Yes.
planet. It's not just changing yourself, but it's changing helping change those around you that need help and want the help, but they're not sure how to go about doing it. That's what this is all about. And we all know that you only have a finite amount of time, right? So if you can only give 5 hours a week, what if you could do more? What if you had more time, or what if you had more money to be able to make more impact? That's the kind of people that I think will really enjoy this chapter.
Yeah, I completely agree. So
Mhm.
share with everybody something fun or something that people may not know about you in your business or in your personal life that you love about yourself.
Well, I like to read, but I think this is fun. I taught myself how to speed read when I was in junior high. I'm a freaky person about I love like anything related to like princesses and the peerage in England and all the nobility around the world, and I obsess about it in a fun way. I like to read about it. So when I was younger, I taught myself how to speed read. So now I literally will read a book a night. I'll scour the internet for every strange thing you can think about. That I love reading conspiracy theories from every walk of life because I find it interesting. I'm a voracious reader, voracious learner. I laugh at most things I read, but I find them interesting. It's just fun. I enjoy it. So
I see it, I see it as you like to learn.
yes, I do. I
I
like to
think
learn.
for me, I see it as you are a sponge
Mhm.
and you just want to learn about some of the most interesting creative things in the world, and some of the stuff doesn't even relate. You could be like learning about this, but then you want to learn about this.
Oh, yeah. Me
i
too.
love i love that you enjoy that, and I think that's almost one of your recharges. It's almost a way that you relax, that you really recharge yourself.
Well, I do because here's the thing. If you really think about it, I run multiple businesses, family, kids. I work less, make more money. I do well for myself, but I like to read about learn about like off the chart or off the beaten path type of things. I find them fascinating. My mind starts to race and I'm like, really? Wow, okay. Let me learn more. Let me go down that rabbit hole and see what they're saying about that. Most of the stuff I read, I don't even know. Some of it's a little out there, but it's interesting. It's just fun.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's
that's my
knowledge.
recharge.
It's knowledge, but it also gets your brain going, but it's
Yeah,
a relaxation for
yeah,
you, which I
yeah.
think is such a great thing to have that as someone that works and spends their all their day creatively using their knowledge and building these businesses. So I think it's great. It's so much fun. So much fun. We'll tell everybody how they can connect with you to learn more about you, about how you work with entrepreneurs and you really show them how to be successful in their businesses.
Absolutely. So I have two websites. You can go to Angela Giles with a G.com, or you can go to simple-profit.com. And they're
Perfect.
together too. They're like linked together and everything. But
And you're also all over social media if anybody wants to
absolutely,
connect with you.
absolutely, you can find me anywhere. Been there, been around social media.
Angela, what are you under on your social medias?
Angela, KS Giles is typically, or Angela KAY Giles, just because sometimes things are taken. But
Yes,
yeah, you can
I
find
want
me.
to make sure that they can find you. Thank you for joining us. And Everybody listening and watching, make sure to take a moment to visit the successfulwomensmindset.com to learn more about Angela, and there's some links there for you as well. You can also purchase the book, The Successful Woman's Mindset, 21 Journeys to Success. The book is also available on Amazon and online retailers for you to grab. You do not want to miss the story of Angela's journey to learning these key steps to work less and make more. I didn't want to mess up the order, right? Because I didn't want to say it backwards. My name is Galit Ventura-Rozen. Thank you so much for listening and watching The Successful Woman's Mindset, and I will see you next time. Bye.
Bye for now.